Hello, welcome back to Ben Coss Match Fishing. Today I am on my way to Timberlands in Essex for the start of the Pairs League. Going to be interesting. It's a pairs match. Got 16 pegs, so it's 8 pairs, 2 sections. Yes, it's going to pour down rain all day. Going to pour down rain all day, which is going to be interesting. So I'm definitely going to get my brolly up. I've got a sort of a bit of a plan in my mind. Going to probably try and fish for carp for the first hour, depending on where I draw, obviously. But yeah, I want to try and fish for carp, and then I'm going to probably try and fish for roach in between, sort of fill the gaps. Sort of 15-20 pound won the match last week. But again, I don't know if these people were obviously fishing for silvers as well as carp, or just sitting out for carp. I'm not 100% sure, but the trouble is obviously the roach are quite small. Yeah, I'm just literally pulling up to the venue now. Thanks so much, obviously, for all the support. The subscribers are going really well. Hope everyone's had a good Christmas and obviously New Year as well, 2022. But this is my first match of the year. Just literally pulling into the venue now. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think there's 8 rounds, and I think the best 6 count, and it's based on points for your pairs. So obviously, what I'll do is I'll check in again in a bit, let you know sort of a bit about what my plan is for the day, and then sort of have a look at my peg, see where I draw, and then we'll go from there, guys. Just pulling into the venue now. Fingers crossed, the draw gods are with me, should we say. Bit of a bumpy old road this morning. Big old puddle there. Right. Checking in soon. Cheers, guys. Okay, here we are on the peg. Peg number 13. Right in the corner. So you got peg 16 there in the corner over there. And then you come down around this corner here. So I've got the corner there. Then you come across. So I've got the corner of the island just there. So let's go through my plan for the day. So what we're looking at is chuck it. So I've got a truck to the left of that post. So I'm going to try bomb and bread there. I'm going to put a long pole line in there. Hard pellets, corn, hopefully a carp or 2 or 3, fingers crossed. I've then set up a whip, a roach whip, and a slightly longer float, just basically a couple of light rigs. So as I said earlier, my plan really is to start for carp, then fill the gaps with roach, and then hopefully end with some carp. That's the plan. I haven't got a lot of bait. I've got 4mm pellets, micros, 6mm pellets, and I've got 3 pints of maggots, and some bread. Rig wise, let's go through my rigs. So pretty simple today. Just one rig on the long pole. So that's just a 16 SLWG 013 with a spread bulk at the bottom. 4x16 float for when it gets a bit windy. I've got 13 Duraslip through the top kit. Small pot for trickling in a few pellets. A couple of back shots and just a wire pattern, just a slim wire pattern. And that's just for fishing on the bottom. Hard pellets, corn, sit and wait on that. I've then set up a light rig, just a small sort of very fine tip. That's with solid 6 elastic, and that's with a bulk and 2 droppers, and that is on 18 to 010. And again, that's obviously just for fishing for roach on the bottom. I've then set up a 0.5 float, pop bulk and a couple of droppers, and that's on a 3-metre whip. Again, for some roach, fingers crossed. Just put that back down there. And then I've set up the bomb with just a normal bomb, just under an ounce. I think it's 2/3 of an ounce, with 3 discs of bread for chucking across. Again, thanks for tuning in, guys. It's going to be pouring down with rain all day, so I've got the old brolly set up. I'll try and get as much footage as I can. We're in 2 sections, as I said. We're in section A and section B. So section A is pegs 1 to 8, and section B is 9 to 16. So I'm in section B. My partner's in section A. He's on peg 1, so he's got a nice draw, and I'm here on peg 13. I'll check out again. I said I'll check in throughout the day and let you know how it goes. And we'll speak. Thought it was time for a quick update. It's 12 o'clock. So we're 2 hours in. I've got a carp and probably about 10 roach. Difficult, really difficult so far. I've started on bomb and bread. All I could get on that was liners. So come off it. Thought let's have a look on the long pole. So just trickled in some 4 mils, bit of sweet corn, and got a carp. Tried that for another sort of 20 minutes or so, no more signs. So I've come short on just a little whip, just feeding maggots. Couldn't catch a roach, so I thought, oh, okay. So I've sort of pushed out 6-7 meters, just a little light strung out rig, just pinging in some maggots, and I've got sort of 10 or 12 roach to go with the carp. But yeah, very, very difficult. The roach are very, very small. So what I've done is I've tapped in, I don't know, half a dozen pellets on the long pole, and I've just chucked bomb and bread across again. So I don't know what we got, probably £7 in the net, if that. Peg 16, don't think's caught yet, in the corner over there. 15's got 1, 14's blanking. I've got 1, as I said, and a few roach. Next to me to my left, I think, has got a few roach. And apart from that, I can't really see anybody else. I spoke to my partner in peg 1. He's got 4, which he had pretty early. But 1, 2, 3 and 4 are all catching. But luckily that's in the other section. So yeah, I knew it would be tough. So I think really my plan hasn't really changed, but probably 25 minutes here or there for carp, and then sort of fill the gaps in with roach. The roach obviously don't want to come too close. It's quite clear, the water. That's why I've sort of had to push out sort of 7 joints, so what, sort of 9-10 meters. And that's basically, I've just been catching a few roach, but very, very small. Just having the obligatory cup of tea, just to warm me up. So far, so good. Still going to keep pinging some maggots on that pole line. Just short. But hopefully go around a couple of times, and I've chucked it right tight across. 3 discs of bread. .14 hook, 14 QM1, little quick stop, sort of 7-8 inch hook length, same as what I normally do. fingers crossed one or two might turn up. It's got a little liner just then. It hasn't stopped raining once since we got here. It's absolutely pouring it down with rain. So that's always a good sign, I suppose. But I've got the brolly up. Got plenty of layers on, so I'm actually nice and warm. It's just the fact it's obviously very, very wet. Oh, next door's got a little roach. Alright, that's your update, guys. I'll let you know how it goes in a little while. Cheers. Right, so let's let you know where we are up to on this very difficult day. Very difficult, wet and windy, cold day. Where are we? 1:15. Still just the one carp and probably 10 or 12 roach. That's all we got, unfortunately. Where are we? So peg 16 has got, I think, 2 or 3. 15's got 3. 14's blanking. I've got 1. To my left, I think it's got 1. And then apart from that, in this section, I can't see any others that have been caught. So at the moment, I'm purely just sitting it out on bomb and bread. I mean, I can catch roach, but yeah.
Ricky's in one, isn't he?
Ricky Young, yeah. Just had a little bite then. It might have been a liner. It looked like it was actually going to go round then. Let me chuck this back out and I'll check in again in a bit. Little update for you. It's got an hour and a match left. Just pretty much giving up for carp. Well, not giving up, but can't catch a carp. So I am just trying to catch a few roach. Just pinging a few maggots. Problem is they're quite small. Well, they're very small. So, but rather than sitting here not doing anything, just try and put something in the net. But yeah, not been good at all, really. Very difficult indeed. Just pinging some maggots. 7 joints of pole. Just fishing a strung out rig. Single maggot on the hook, and just catching small fish. Hopefully the stamp will improve. But yeah, can't really. Tried long pole, just had that one fish, which was actually foul hooked. Bomb and bread, all over the place. Tried down the edge for bomb and bread, tried across, all the way along that far bank. Had a few liners, but unfortunately nothing. So I'm just trying to basically get some section points and catch a few roach. A few there. Trouble is they are small. Obviously it's 1 point for a section win, down to 9 for last. So if I can nick a few of these, just try and get a couple of extra points from a tough peg, and hopefully next round, you know, we'll draw a bit better and sort of try and compete, shall we say. Trouble is, this isn't very quick. I've had to ship out for them. I can't catch them short at all. So A, they're too small, and B, I can't get them close enough. tough old day, tough winter's days fishing. But I suppose that is winter fishing for you. But they are quite small, unfortunately. God knows how many to a pound. Quite a few, I'd say. Certainly ain't been catching them quick enough or big enough. Did have a whip rig set up earlier, 3 metres, but I can't get them that short at all. Just a carbon stem float with a sort of round body to stop the tow. Just spread out shots throughout the rig. Lay the rig in, ping some maggots over the top, and that's pretty much it. Not difficult, but as I said, the stamp just isn't there. Unfortunately. What you want is them sort of dumpy ones. Certainly a lot of ropes there, but as I said, obviously I always try and keep my videos honest. You know, you've got to see the good with the bad, shall we say? And today's been obviously difficult. I want to try and obviously give you all a insight into my thinking, shall we say. And obviously I needed some carp today. But I suppose, you know, if they ain't there, you can't catch them. Very small. We'll try for carp again, I guess. You never know, it might go round. It'd be nice if there was some other fish sort of mixed in with these, sort of slightly bigger ones, or rudd, or perch. But unfortunately, it just does all seem to be tiny little roach. Coming up off the bottom now as well. Slightly better. Okay, this is your final update for the day. 10 to 3. I did have another look for carp, but didn't get one. So I've just gone back to these little roach. Sat as I was before, just pinging in some maggots. But even these have become difficult to catch compared to what they were earlier. Yeah, so just one carp and a couple of pound of roach, that's all I got. No one's had a carp in my section for a good while. I'd say probably 16 has probably won the section. Or 16 or 15, I would say. Only reason why I'm obviously trying to catch these is because obviously it's based on points. So, you know, if I can get up the section a little bit, just with a few pound of these, then it's worth doing. But yeah, it's been a tough day. Just the one carp, which was foul looked, obviously. But got it in, luckily enough. Shame these. I mean, you just want. Shame these roach are quite small. Otherwise, you know, you could. I think you could do away with these, but you'd have to really be going some all day. I mean, blimey. I don't know how many there are to the pound. I'm not sure, but I'd say quite a bloody few. Flicking the rig into the side and then pinging some maggots over the top, and they seem to be taking it on the drop. I just spread the shot right out, pushed a couple of shots up and under the float, and they seem to be sort of following it down. They won't take it shallow though, but they are sort of taking it on the drop. Yeah, back in, yeah. They're getting slightly big, I suppose. Better nothing, Dave, isn't it? I mean, that one was probably a couple of ounces, maybe 3 ounces. And that one's absolutely tiny. Really small. It's just when you get them little ones, they suck the maggot. It's better to obviously be able to get 2 or 3 on the same maggot, and you're not wasting time having to change the maggot all the time. I'm going to guess my carp was £5. I'll be very happy with £10 today. I don't think I've got that, but I'll be happy with that. I don't think I've got enough of these roach to make it up to £10, but we'll see. It's a slightly better one. Just want a big roach or a big perch or something a bit more substantial would be nice. That one's got all the way to the bottom and not got a bite on it, so fishing an 18 F1 pellet, not F1 pellet, F1 maggot, 010 bottom. Will be 14s carbon pattern strung out. I think I mentioned that earlier. See, once again that's got to the bottom, and I wonder if a bigger fish has moved in over the top of that, because that's not going like it was. Be nice if it did. Maybe not. Back to the roach. I think 5 minutes of the match left. Alright, let you know, get on at the end. Timberlands Saturday pairs match. Couldn't catch carp, definitely not. Let's put that light on. Let's hopefully try and see me a bit. That's better. Well, I've had a carp, which I foul looked, but luckily I've got it in. And I've caught roach, obviously, sat out and caught roach. I've had £9.9. Peg 16 and peg 15 have both beat me, and then peg, where am I, 13, 10. Right of me's blanked, well not blanked, I think he's had a few ounces. Left of me's had £6. Left of him's had, I think, 11 or 12 pounds. So I think I was about 4th in the section along those lines. So I think I'm probably going to end up on about 4 points, maybe 5 in that region. So not too bad. My partner was on peg 1. He's had 60 something pound. Unfortunately, peg 2's beat him by £3. So he's come second. But yeah, we haven't ashamed ourselves at all. I mean, I'd say we're going to be up there, definitely. It's not been a bad day, really. I mean, I just need to, that roach fishing. My plan was really to sort of fish for roach short, sort of, 3 metre wick. That's really what I sort of set my heart out to do. But it wasn't right at all. It just wasn't there short. So what I ended up doing was basically putting a sort of 2 or 3 more joints of pole, so 7 joints, so probably, I don't know, 9 metres, 10 metres, something like that. But then obviously the trouble with that is it's slow, it's quite slow. So I've had one carp, which was probably £5, and then £4 odd of roach, which I only probably fished for them for a couple of hours maybe. So it's worth keeping that in mind, definitely. Them small fish, I really do think that. I'm just trying to work out where I'm going. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the upload, guys. It's been an interesting day, definitely. Obviously, keep a lookout on the on my page. I'm going to be back there again in 2 weeks for round 2, and obviously I hope you enjoyed the upload, and speak to you again soon. Cheers, guys.